Well, you've both been sitting patiently for the past 2 years. Waiting for your shot, so I made a decision. Neither one of you will be starting.
Come on, Coach. Give us a shot.
Well, there is no hint of fall here on this hot and humid Saturday afternoon. Students and alumni have made the early season pilgrimage to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami for the season-opening kickoff classic on EA Sports. It's the home state Florida Gators taking on a team that's made the long trek cross-country, the Oregon Ducks. College football is back here on EA Sports. The new season underway here in Miami. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
A big test ahead. His first collegiate snap coming right now as the Ducks have it 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On the carry, it's Ferguson. And a short gain across the 15 to the 7. Yard line.
Ball carrier.
You know, Charles, you and I get to call a lot of games at the next level, but walking into the stadium, there's just something about the college atmosphere, the bands, the pageantry. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
It always hard for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. They'll try and throw for it here. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
A 2-yard pickup.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's White. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The kick.
And his kick is indeed good.
Makes the score.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught. Cameron, left side. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. The Ducks come up now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Hey, man, let's play our game.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
He's going to go up top again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
In the end zone.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
He's going to try and go deep again. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. Jared Rust, 31 yards. And the Ducks have taken the early lead. What a special moment for him. The first passing touchdown of his college career, and certainly a moment that he will never forget.
And it always helps to get that first one out of the way, doesn't it? I know right now that he just wants to go and jump to the top of the stadium and throw his hands up and exult a little bit. But he's had a chance to prove that he can do it now. He got it done. It's been a long time in the making. Now he's just got to harness that emotion and continue to play.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
To throw on 3rd down. White. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to air one out for Anderson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Charles, you know, it's worth mentioning here again that this is just such a big ball game. You think about right off the bat in the regular season to have 2 top 10 teams facing one another. What a treat.
And I love how you just presented that because this trend, I think, is going to continue because of the college football playoff, and that trend is scheduling tougher opponents earlier in the season. Look, we used to just all load up on easy wins to get things started before you got in the conference play. But now you want quality games on your schedule, and if you win those, it gives you a much better chance of getting into the college football playoff. I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. The Gators now with a 1st and 10. Off play action, here's White. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 13 yards on the pickup, and it'll move the chains. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Gators 3.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, here's White. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, White. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards the pickup there. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. The Gators now with a 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Now Ellington. And he is in. Touchdown Gators. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Gators have jumped out in front. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Look at the spin. Pass midfield. Still going. And he will score.
Touchdown, Oregon.
I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive...
Now White lost the football. It's going the other way.
Quarterback sack. A fumble on the
The
play.
defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. As we saw right there, they've got a quarterback that, while, yes, he can throw it, he's not afraid to tuck the ball and run, and it paid off with a score on that last play.
Yeah, Brandon, he's a true dual threat guy. I mean, if you take away the passing lanes, he'll use his legs and create plays like one we just saw there. I really think this young guy could just tuck it and go more times than not if he chose to do so.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 1st and 10, Florida. This is Allington. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Incomplete. It's now
Florida's punter is out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
at their own 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
On the deep ball.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big pickup of 38.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one goes for 36 yards.
22-yard line.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Gators take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25.
Intercepted.
You You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. Quintez Anderson there to make the grab. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. I'll tell you what, a pretty special performance for his first ever start. Now with 3 touchdown passes.
But that's not a bad number to get things going, is it? Because, let's face it, we had our attention on him coming into this game. He's fully captivated us now. With every score, I think he's making his case to stay as the starting quarterback and not get involved in a rotation system.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Pulls it in at the 13. Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The Gators now with a 1st and 10. From the gun, White. This pass to Jennings, and he makes a catch. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Operating from the gun, White. Over the middle, complete. That's Perkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 1st and 10, White. And Ellington has it, middle of the field. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. White, and he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
35-yard line.
And with that, we reach halftime in Miami in the opener to this college football season.
Gators 10.
So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tackle made at the
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. White.
White's pass. Intended for number 3.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long.
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And this results in 6. Touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score, Ducks 42. Gators 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
It's 3rd down and 12.
White now to throw on 3rd down.
The 3rd down pass.
First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Ducks will come up now on a 1st and goal situation.
Incomplete in the end
From
zone.
the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. Quintez Anderson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. That's now his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And boy, this has been quite a performance for the junior, as we remind you, getting his first ever college start.
And this has really been an amazing story because ordinarily, when a junior's making his first start, he's had a few reps along the way prior to, but in this case, the number is 0. So this is almost off the charts. They were watching him make his first start as a junior, and already he's thrown 4 touchdown passes in this game. This is absolutely amazing.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side.
Under pressure, and down he goes. The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right?
Now White lost the football, and this is picked up by the defense. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Defense. Don't you do that.
Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back.
And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Ellington. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On the ground, Ellington. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Florida's punter is out there now as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. Oh, eluding the tackle. Gets around him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is Gibbons over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line.
And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. Jared Rust. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points. Touchdown number 5 for the junior quarterback, and that certainly makes Coach O'Brien's job at the postgame press conference a lot easier.
And you're right, he certainly made Coach O'Brien's press conference awfully easy. But how about the conversation he's now going to have with Tommy Matthews? Because all indications we had from talking with Coach during the preseason, he told them both that they were going to get their chance. But now that this guy's throwing 5 touchdown passes, now he has to go back to Tommy Matthews and kind of shrug his shoulders and say, I know what I intended to do. I know what we talked about. But he's got the hot hand. We're going to have to go with it.
Now White with a first down throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, White. Smith catches left side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
1st and 10, Florida. Operating from the gun. White. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 15 yards there on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Back to the air on second down. White looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Intended for number 23.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To the right and complete to Galladay. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
A 2-yard.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. They give the nod to Rust here. They find some open field here. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He's tackled.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That play right there, Charles, that is a prime example of why Coach O'Brien likes this young quarterback on the field, his ability to scramble.
And you talk about the ability to scramble, move his feet, quarterback run plays, you name it. Everything is in the playbook now when he comes on the field. And that's what you like because, you know, Coach O'Brien's background is defense. And as a defensive coordinator, what drove him crazy? Quarterbacks that can move.
But the coaches even said to us, Charles, that at times he reminds them of a running back.
Yeah, and they don't want to say it very loudly and take all the motivation away from this young man. But if they had to move him to running back full time, they'd be very confident that he'd be a good one.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And he will score. Touchdown Ducks. A 20-yard touchdown. And this offense continues to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Pulls it in at the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now it's Ellington to return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
3-yard line.
To throw again on second down. White throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
intended.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now White lost the football, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way.
Quarterback sack. A fumble on the play.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Looking for the end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. Quintez Anderson, 29 yards. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The Ducks going to line up here and go for the 2-point conversion. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
That, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Hands it off out of the gun. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it.
Pressure comes and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off near his own 48. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Charles, here we are in the 4th quarter, and they've got a pretty comfortable lead here. You know, Coach O'Brien, as we talked about, he made those statements about his plans to possibly rotate the quarterbacks, but we have not seen any. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, always wonder.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
I know he ain't got it. 51's Mike. Mike 51. Go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings.
So things got off to a solid start. But after several weeks, you and Tommy had rotated quite a bit. Reminiscent of Michigan when Tom Brady and Drew Henson split snaps. That had to be frustrating for you both.
Some huge
Wake up.
news to get to, and none more intriguing.
What are these dishes doing at my feet?
Because it's time for you to start cleaning up your crap. These dishes have been lying in the sink for almost 2 weeks. I mean, look at this place. It's a disaster. You're leaving everything laying around. It's ridiculous.
Who crawled up your butt and died?
You.
Gross.
Hey, get up, man. I want to watch some TV. You've been laying out here all morning.
What's got you two all riled up?
Just turn up the volume, would you?
The Heartbreak Kids have gone from sensational dynamic duo to a sudden two-headed monster. And boy, this is an ugly one.
Hey, I thought I played pretty good out there.
This team still has not found its identity, and I know that Coach O'Brien claims that his two-quarterback system is matchup-based, but I gotta tell you, it sure looks like he still doesn't have a clue what's going on. As Coach Madden famously once said, if you've got two quarterbacks, you've got none. And right now, I gotta tell you, man, Coach O'Brien's indecisiveness with the most important position on the team is only gonna lead to problems on the field.
The answer is simple. Just start me.
That would make the situation worse. I mean, the team plays better when I'm on the field. Everybody knows that.
If I could just get into a rhythm, I'd be fine. Last thing I need is to be worrying about you breathing down my neck if I make one mistake.
Well, you better believe it that I'll be there when you do.
Okay, I see what's going on here, guys.
I don't know what made you follow me here and try to win back your old position. I mean, you could have just kept the Heartbreak Kids going, or you could have went your own route on another team, but you decided to what, come here and punish me? Is that it?
What are you talking about? You're the one who showed up and stole what was mine in the first place, okay? I'm supposed to be Batman, you're Robin.
Oh, this whole thing again? Are you dumb? I didn't take anything from you. Your body took it from you. Look, Tommy, I'm sorry.
No. I'm just gonna leave.
I don't know what his problem is.
You gotta go talk to him, man. Go clear the air.
He's the one with the problem. Look, if he wants to talk, he can come find me.
Jumping fiddlesticks.
AT&T Stadium on this beautiful Saturday in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The top travel destination this week for alumni of these two storied football powerhouses, and the site of the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups, as we'll see the LSU Tigers taking on the Oregon Ducks. For the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara, we are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First and 10, LSU. Drake will start the drive on the ground. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And right away, he lost the football. It's going the other way. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is totally shifted in their favor?
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And fight. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ducks have taken the early lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating when we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, Thomas. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Intended for number 15.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Two drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he fields it cleanly. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They got possession on it, and he pulls it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burgess. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
That's
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 13.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
At the 8-yard line.
This pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. A nice throw there. Coach O'Brien, when you look at his quarterback position, he's got 2 great options, but opting to go with a hot hand, leaving Tommy Matthews on the sideline to start this semifinal.
And throughout this season, they've had a little bit of what we would call the carousel approach at quarterback. But when they've made changes, Tommy Matthews has made the most of his time under center. But both of these quarterbacks are undefeated, and we know why. This defense has played so well throughout the season, and we know how loyal they are to their head coach because he was their former defensive coordinator. Now they just got to figure out who's going to guide this team at quarterback and carry them the rest of the way.
Toward the pylon, caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. From 6 yards away. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Taken from about the 12. Loose football.
Recovered by the Ducks.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. Well, we discussed how important it was going to be for this quarterback to get off to a hot start. Well, he has done that. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Ducks 21. But LSU Tigers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
LSU with a 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Being chased out left. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Oregon offense on the field ready for their next possession. And the ledger for them so far, looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Fancy footwork in midfield. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 33 in the first. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
He's brought down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Here's 2nd and 8. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 34. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them.
And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. Great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. And always a good... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1 yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Thomas. And he's got room. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Ducks will come up now on a 1st and goal situation. Throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw.
4th down and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. From 4 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So halftime here in the first semifinal. All Oregon thus far.
Tigers nothing.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Ducks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And Charles, look, I mean, coming into this one, you and I, we didn't know what to expect. This could have certainly been a disaster, nothing short of it. But this young man under center, he has certainly risen to the occasion.
He certainly has, and we certainly prepared in case it was the disaster that maybe it could have been. But there's no question, he's been the star of the show. But while we say that, let's make sure we remember the rest of the team, the supporting guys, because otherwise, we'll have a lot of mamas upset with us if we don't mention them.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
A loss of 14 on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. Here's a 1st and 10, Oregon. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down now, it's Ferguson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. They still can't get it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On the delay, it's Kelly. Now it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on third down.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Dancing. And he lost the football. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way. Oregon ready to start their drive, and it certainly looks like they're going to be playing again next week for a national championship. They have dominated this semifinal. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Gain on the play. Second and 10. The 32-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. Quintez Anderson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the fumble recovering leads to 6 points. What a game that he has had throwing the football now. 4 touchdown passes. This offense playing at a very high level. I'll tell you what, he's going to be filling up your social media timeline tonight. Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Takes over first and 10. at their own 30-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
37-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Kelly. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 30, the 20. And he is into the end zone for an LSU touchdown.
Holding offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On the run, it's Callan. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Thomas. And that will be incomplete.
Thomas's pass intended for number.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So possession goes over here on the punt. The Oregon offense on the field ready for their next possession. They start out with a run by Ferguson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. The Ducks come up now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Ferguson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was onto it.
And, partner, I think the more you see him play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 39 yards there, a big one. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. Quintez Anderson there to make the grab. And this offense is running away with this one. This is really something for a guy who's been rotated in and out of this offense. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The fake extra point.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off about the 31. Partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. 25 yards for the touchdown. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. I don't know what else to say at this point. Just an unbelievable performance. 6 touchdown passes. And you think about this guy, as we said, rotated in and out of the lineup all season. But right now, he looks as if he's had a zillion starts out there. He has been on point all game long. Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
37-yard line.
On 1st down, Thomas. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run with Kelly. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
from just shy of midfield. Thomas. And this will be a dump off for Kelly.
Thomas's pass.
4 yards on the pickup. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Thomas now throwing on 1st down. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll contain him under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 19. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will have a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athlete.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's
football. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So thanks to, if you can believe it, 6 touchdown passes from their junior quarterback, the Oregon Ducks are moving on to play for a national championship.
You all right?
I'll be fine.
I was you last week. I know exactly what you're going through.
You didn't have to sit through this championship game, though.
No, but I did sit out our first state title game. That wasn't easy to do.
For all I know, this could be my only shot at it.
Then I guess we'll just have to do this all over again next season, huh?
Good luck out there tonight.
Thanks.
Who rained on your parade, Little Miss Sunshine?
I am not in the mood for this right now.
Just because you're not playing, I take it.
Like I haven't had a bad enough day already. Now I have to deal with you.
I know you upset. But that dude Tommy's your brother. And brothers should always have each other's backs. And wipe that sourpuss look off your face. It's game time.
We crown a champion tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game, as it's the USC Trojans taking on the Oregon Ducks.
You okay, son?
Yeah, Coach, I just...
Tommy. You all right, Tommy? We need some help over here. Hurry.
You got my back, right?
Of course. Always.
Then go out there and finish this thing.
One shot. That's all any of us ever really gets. Waited my whole life for my one shot at being a head coach. And here I am. This is your one shot to go out there and show the world who you are. Are you the guy who's going to lead this team to victory? Or are you going to be remembered as the guy who got caught up in the moment and let it all slip away? I know you're worried about Tommy. Sure, we all are. But this is your one moment. Now get after it, son. Get some.
Wonder if this pressure is perhaps getting to this young Oregon quarterback. They trail at the break. Who's going to celebrate as national champions? 2 quarters to find out as we get set for the final half of the college football season. Spins away. Oh, able to avoid it. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Dancing away at the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Steps away to his left. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown Ducks from 17 yards out. And the Ducks have the lead. After the departure of Tommy Matthews at the half, the offense able to regroup and put the football in the end zone.
Yeah, that's something they couldn't accomplish in the first 2 quarters of this game. So finally, finding their way downfield. I think Coach Red O'Brien, he hadn't shown a preference for either quarterback. But this kid who's out there right now, one thing we know about him, he's a fighter.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I was just going to say that, Charles. He's a fighter, and he does have plenty of upside. We know that he can lead. You and I, sitting with him this week, didn't you just see a guy who could step into any locker room and control the presence of his teammates?
Well, I just remember when we left that room, you said two things to me. I think this kid's going to be poised under pressure, and to me, he's a natural leader, and I concur with both of those statements.
USC gets set here, 1st and 10. From the gun, Flynn looking to get it to Ward, intercepted. Picked off here, the 32.
They should have put a stamp on
and he will score. It's a touchdown. Well, since he's come into the game at quarterback, 2 trips into the end zone, and this offense starting to look remarkably relaxed.
I love that description because it's evident to me, and it's evident to everyone watching, and now everyone's getting the memo. He's not a backup. He's played just as much as Matthews has this season.
Yeah, that's the thing, Charles. There's the old adage of if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. Well, I think they're taking that script and throwing it right out the window because they're saying we've got 2 quarterbacks and we like them both.
I love the way you just said that. Not in this case does the old adage hold up. I think we've got a new one. They feel like they've got 2 good quarterbacks, and the offense should respond no matter who's on the field.
Exactly.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started, and they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out on the field. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Well, they brought the lead into this 3rd quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring because you had to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described.
And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Flynn is complete to the tight end, Clay. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
Roughing the passer defense.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
36-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Flynn over the middle, and it's incomplete. For USC, such a storied program. 11 times they've been crowned national champions, beginning with the earliest way back in 1928, all the way until their most recent title in 2004. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back, unsuccessfully.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Forced out to his left. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Remember, Charles, with Tommy Matthews under center, they weren't able to get the ball into the end zone. They had a single field goal, but he exits the game at half. And this offense since then, they've been on fire. That's the 3rd touchdown in this 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm sorry I jumped in there on you there, partner, but you're exactly right. I was thinking the same thing you were. On fire. 3rd touchdown this 2nd half. He's taken his offense and squarely put it on his back, and he is actually carrying them, and would they believe, to the national championship podium.
Well, time will tell if they will be on that podium and hoisting that trophy. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
The SC offense about set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 2nd down, It's Charles, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Here's 1st and 10 for the Trojans.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, Flynn throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Clay that time, but it'll be 2nd down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Flynn. And Walker with it over the middle. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The USC punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. That's caught inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Touchdown.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Flynn. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz call and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
A 17.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. Right? We always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
He's got Gibbons. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
25-yard line.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
2nd and 14. That one looks like he'll throw here. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
3-yard line.
The Ducks will come up, and that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. Quintez Anderson there to make the grab. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The SC offense about set to take over here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Still on his feet. And a great move again. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Here's a 1st and 10, Oregon. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They changed quarterbacks at half and did not miss a beat. Here they are, your national champions. And celebration time on that sideline. It took a change at quarterback as thoughts will turn to the condition of Tommy Matthews. But for now, jubilation as they are the national champions.
Tommy's injury certainly was a setback. But the bond that these two kids have is really strong. And although only one of the Heartbreak Kids was out there in the second half, Tommy's spirit was with him, and I believe...
You here for Mr. Matthews?
The hoodie gave it away.
He's stable. But we're only allowing family to go back right now.
That's great, because he's my brother.
I'm proud of what he's accomplished this season.
I think there's only one individual on everyone's mind tonight. This one's for my brother, Tommy Matthews. You think that's something? You should see it in person.
Oh, man. That's so cool. Thanks so much for coming and bringing this.
You kidding me? I wouldn't miss this for anything. Coach and the guys in their best. They waited as long as they could, but no one knew when you might wake up, so they had to catch their flights back. I told Coach I wasn't about to split up the Heartbreak Kid, so I stayed behind, make sure you were all right.
Thanks, man. I'm just glad you're here.
Hey, they did leave you the trophy. They wanted to make sure you had it when you woke up. How you feeling, buddy?
Like a sack of crap.
It's funny, because that's exactly what I was going to say you look like.
Hey, man. Promise me one thing.
Anything.
That you'll come back next year and make him win the championship. Together.
Next year? Let's just focus on getting you healthy. One day at a time, right?
Yeah. Doc said I shouldn't overdo it.
Did she say what caused all this?
Yeah. Something about the stress from my filthy roommate leaving his dishes lying around the apartment. She said if it weren't for that, I'd be the pinnacle of health.
Please.
Hey, seriously. You gotta start cleaning up after yourself. It's ridiculous.
Really? Right now? Yeah. Is that him? He's an hour early. Coach?
Don't look too disappointed.
No, I was just suspecting Tommy. Come in. Care for a cupcake?
No, thanks.
So, you here for the party?
No, give me a minute.
Okay, Coach.
Actually, I'm here to talk to you about next season.
Yeah, sure, talk away.
It was something you said at the start of the season earlier. It really stuck with me. It's
something good, I hope.
Well, it was something you said about treat your men like your beloved sons, and they'll follow you into the deepest valley. And that really got me. It got me thinking about the way I treat you boys, and I wasn't being fair to you, and Tommy for that matter, or the team.
Wow, Coach, I really appreciate that.
All that being said, I wanted to go into the off-season with everyone on the same page. I figured the best way that we could do that would be to announce a starter. Tommy's gonna be our starter.
But how could you possibly make that decision after the title game? Is Tommy even going to be able to play?
Yeah, I spoke with his doctor. Valve replacement surgery was great. He's gonna be right as rain.
Just don't understand.
I know this is hard for you. It's hard for you to process, and I hope you believe me when I say that I take no joy in making this decision, but I stand firmly behind it because, frankly, Tommy's a better fit for the offense.
Well, what does this mean for me?
Well, it means that you are at a monumental crossroads in your life, and you've got two choices. You can enter the draft, and based on what you did last year, I'd say you'd be lucky to get picked in the third round. But realistically, you're looking at a late-round selection, if at all.
Jeez, don't sugarcoat it for me.
Well, I'm trying to be open and honest with you from this moment forward. I'm giving it to you as I would my own beloved son.
And my other choice?
Well, the way I see it, you got too much raw athleticism to waste sitting on the bench. Your talent is a true gift. And it's one that I'm going to give you the opportunity to show it to the world.
And how's that?
You get to pick a new position on offense and get your Heartbreak Kids thing going back again.
Heartbreak Kids. Well, Tommy's already tried recruiting me to come back so we can win the title together.
Does that mean you're in?
Plus, he did switch positions once, and you see how well that worked out for him. I guess I can try it too.
The Heartbreak